ready at a moment's notice to a test, is it?
It is, but that's quarterback in the NFL. I think that's every position in the NFL. It's such a violent, physical sport that you really don't know what's going to happen. And unfortunate that Jared's got COVID, and obviously he took a shot there in the game, but his toughness came through. But yeah, that's just kind of the name of the game in the NFL is staying ready. But I think I don't know who said it, but you don't have to prepare. You don't have to mentally get ready if you stay ready. So I've been fortunate to be around some really good quarterbacks who prepare the right way, and that's kind of how I've prepared every game moving forward in the NFL.
I think we obviously don't know whether Jared's going to be ready or not this week, but all signs, with the other guys that have gone the COVID list, everybody's missed at least one game, so likely you're going to play. So compared to last time you went out, it was your first game back after long injuries, not the greatest weather conditions. How different do you think this game will be for you in terms of preparedness versus that first week?
Yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's kind of night and day. I came off of, I think, 11 weeks of not throwing a football, and I was just telling one of our media guys, Solomon, just the gripping the football, the confidence in the grip, and you kind of feel some aches and some tightness, but as every week kind of progresses and every day progresses, it gets better and better. So even today, in the past few weeks, just being able to have the confidence in my ability and go out there and get back in the flow of the game and see the coverage and move in the pocket. I mean, it's definitely not doing it for 10 weeks and jumping into a game, not as an excuse, but it was difficult now being able to reflect on now how I'm out there practicing and how I feel, in my opinion, night and day.
What do you think that means for, the game plan? Like more shots downfield, more, just more passing yards in general, more pass attempts in general? What's your hope in that regard?
Yeah, I want to win. If I throw for 77 yards again and we win, I don't really care. I know that's kind of, does he actually mean that? I mean, yeah, I'm fighting for my first win as long as our third win as a starter, if I were to be the starter. I think Coach Campbell put in a great game plan this week. We just put in first and second down, so I love the plan so far. I think as I get more reps and they see my ability and it kind of changes a little bit due to my confidence in my throwing ability now that my thumb's getting better. Hopefully it changes a little bit, but kind of out of my control. So I'm going to call what he calls. I'm going to call in the huddle what he calls.
How much can you retain from when you played 4 or 5 weeks ago? In other words, how much of that is still in your whatever?
Every snap.
Yeah.
Every snap. Yeah. Every snap's in my head. And it's all, I told you guys after the game, you build on the good and you learn from the bad. And I'm certainly, the next time I enter a football game, I'll certainly have those things at the forefront of my mind moving into the game.
These are unusual times, right? Like quarterback on Friday, play on Sunday. Do you feel like the guys are auditioning even more than they did before, or maybe a job or where they're going to play?
In regards to who? Sorry.
You and anybody else?
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's auditions. I think whoever plays quarterback is expected to go in there and play well and lead the team to a win. That's my expectation. That's Jared's expectation. That's David's expectation. That's Steven Monta's expectation. So whoever gets the opportunity to go play, it's up to us to go make it happen and go get the win.
Just you being your confidence, but the team at this point, it's a different team right now. You guys coming in, arguably one of the biggest wins of the season. Is that another level of pressure to keep that going as well, or does that make you want to pay that much more?
No, it's no pressure. I don't think. Unfortunately, we put ourselves in a little bit of a hole from a record standpoint. So I think we're going out there right now and just having fun and seeing our potential as a team. I think you guys saw that last week against a really good Cardinals team. And Coach Campbell said that after the game. Now you guys know what it looks like. We have key starters all across our roster who are out, and we go out and beat the Cardinals. It's just it's the beautiful part about football is you don't have to be. How do I rephrase this? You don't have. The Cardinals are a better team on paper than us, but we were a better team on game day, and that's the beautiful part about football. And we're going to go out there and expect to win against the Falcons. That's just how football goes, and we're not going in there doing anything different. We're going to stick to our game plan and go try to win the game.
As you look back on your first start, is there one or two specific things that you say, I need to do this better to get that first win?
Yeah, I think sticking in the pocket a little bit longer. There are a few situations where I felt like I could have hung in there a little bit more and delivered the ball and progressed a little bit. And just kind of the 2 minute, just kind of settling into the 2-minute and understanding the situation and kind of getting to the good plays that I like and making sure that we're getting completions and we're trying to put ourselves in position to get points. But I think moving forward, I have a few other things. I mean, yeah, it's run checks, it's mixing up cadence. There's just so many things that I've jotted down, through that start that I kind of revisit and am going to revisit moving forward. Oh yeah.
Write these down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Think about them.
Yep. All the positives I think I did that I think I should build on. All the things where I think I should improve, and those are definitely going to be at the forefront of my mind with my next opportunity.
I asked Amon-Ra this after the game, but
Who'd you ask?
Amon-Ra.
Okay. Yep.
We've seen just this increased creativity and maybe the timing of the play calls, whether it's the Brock Wright touchdown a few weeks ago, the Khalif Raymond kind of escape route in the backfield, and the sneak route with Amon-Ra this week. There's just a lot of really timely big plays being called right now. And I don't know if that's kind of coincided with Ben Johnson's implementation more into the pass game, but as a player, as you kind of see this playbook develop and more creativity develop. I mean, how exciting is that for you as a player in just watching it develop, one in the game planning, but then the execution on Sundays?
Yeah, it's awesome. Coach Johnson's awesome, man. He really is. He's just a natural football mind. He gets football. He gets soft spots of zones and how to attack certain coverages. But I think what you're seeing from our end on offense is just really good game planning. I think our staff does a good job Monday, Tuesday of creating a really good plan that they think can attack. And I think our head coach said it this morning in our team meeting. Nothing brings more joy to a coach than having the game plan that they create in the long hours of the day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and have the players bring it to life and go win a football game. And, I can definitely appreciate that as hopefully a future coach. But, yeah, what I think you're seeing is a lot of creativity, a lot of really good timed play calls by Coach Campbell. But, yeah, our staff's doing a really good job. Aylin, Coach Johnson, Tanner's doing a really good job with the tight ends, and obviously our quarterback coach, Coach Burnell's got us locked in. So it's a cumulative effort on everyone's part.
This ties in a little bit to that, but you guys have almost seemed like a different team the second half of the season. I mean, just playing consistently, better. And I was wondering, from your perspective, like with Jared in particular, what you've seen from him and his growth. Like this seems more like the Jared that we saw in LA too.
Yeah, Jared's been playing super efficient. I think he was over 80% completions last game, which is obviously when you're doing that, that's accurate. That's good decisions. We talk about in the quarterback room decision timing and accuracy. So I think Jared's done a really good job. I think all season, really. I don't think he's had a horrible year. I know our record doesn't reflect that, unfortunately, but Jared's a really talented quarterback. And to be honest with you, I really didn't know what I was coming to when I came to Detroit and getting myself acclimated with Jared. But the one thing that's really impressed me with him is his attention to detail every week. It's tough when you're on a losing team, and it's week after week, and it's unfortunate and bad bounces here and there, and he's attacked every week like a true professional, and that's earned my respect. But also his accuracy. He's a very accurate quarterback, and you see it in practice, you see it in games, and anytime you complete 80% or more, it's impressive. But yeah, it's a testament to him. I know he's going through a lot right now, and I know he wishes he was out here. We certainly miss him, but he's a talented quarterback. He really is.
You were talking a few minutes ago about being the better team on paper and all that. I had a coach here quite a few years ago who once said it's the way you play on the day you play.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
100%, and that's the beauty. Yeah, that's the beauty of football. It really is. I mean, you can have. I think Jared actually was reminiscing on. I think he played the Jacksonville Jaguars when he was with the Rams, maybe a year or two ago, and similar circumstance. Maybe a 1 or 2. I don't even know the circumstance really, but a 1 or 2 win team in the Jags, and they went out to LA, and I think they beat the Rams. So, that's the beautiful part. Paper doesn't always match up on game day, and we had a lot of heart on Sunday. We really did. We fought. Jared fought. I think Craig really played a really good game, and our coaches pulled together to get us a really good game plan.
You talk about your thumb. What do you still feel in your thumb, if anything?
Just if there's not a whole lot I'm feeling. It's more so range of motion. It's just being able to touch different parts of my hand. That's kind of how I gauge it. But it definitely affected my grip a little bit on the football, and you know, the weird part about the body is when you kind of, you know, mess your grip up, then another part of your body that's not used to gripping the ball like that triggers something else, and then that part triggers something else. So it's just working through those, you know, re-strength and kind of get my range of motion back. But I'm feeling really good. Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest with you, I don't think it's going to be back to normal for probably another year. It's just how it goes. It's just how the thumbs go. You guys probably had thumb surgery or thumb injury. It's an interesting finger. But I'm probably 98%. You know, I'm being nitpicky with the pain and all that stuff, but it's nothing that's ever going to hold me back. Which I feel it, if that makes sense. I feel it, but it's not going to hold me back.
I got one very light one for you too. Do you, you know, quarterbacks buy offensive linemen Christmas gifts? Do you do that too?
In my past, we have. I know it's been in discussion, but I think there's a white elephant going down. So it'll be a fun time, but definitely going to be an interesting few days with all the interesting personalities we have in this locker room. Yeah.
I'm just curious, you said you're thumbs at about 98% now or whatever. Where was it in Cleveland?
That's tough. I probably couldn't put a number on it, and it's kind of maybe 95, 96. You know, it's to a point where it's not going to hold me back. And the example I use to people is, you know, this turf field out here, you get those little, you know, rubber beads in your shoe. You know, you walk around and you run around and you feel the beads and they're annoying, and it's like, oh, I want these beads out of my shoe, but it's not going to hold you back from running and doing that kind of stuff. So you see it, you feel it, but it's not going to hold you back from doing much.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.